Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're all about racing. Today's episode, I thought we'd talk about how really good an Hachette model really is. Now, if you're familiar with Hachette, they're a division of Spark. They were largely made for Japanese distribution. They were included in a box along with a magazine. And the reason why those of us in North America and Europe usually get them just in blister packs is because they strip them of the box and the magazine because we can't read it. It's all in Japanese. And what we get is the car. They've been considered to be kind of a low-end Spark, and because they're relatively inexpensive, that's what they are. However, you would be surprised at how good these cars really are. Now, the car that you're looking at right here actually is a Hachette model that I simply put in a Spark box for the exact same car that I have that is a Spark as well. And we're going to take a look at them because if you didn't see this in the box, you'd think this is a real Spark model. I mean, the detail is incredibly good. The color is great. Everything looks really sharp. The only difference is you're going to see it's a plastic base as opposed to the wooden base you get with the Spark model. And it's just short a few of the fine details that you come to expect from Spark. Okay, guys, here you're looking at both cars. The one in the front being the Hachette model, and the car in the back being the identical car, but the actual Spark model. And as you can see, they look remarkably similar. And they really are. The biggest differences that you probably first notice is that the base of the Spark model is wooden, and it's plastic on the Hachette model. Also, if you take a look at the chrome roof of the cars, this is the Hachette model, you can see it's actually painted a silver. You can see how reflective the chrome is on the Spark model. That's actually real chrome. The chrome roofs were put there to deflect heat to make the cabin cooler while you're driving it, and that's really the only huge noticeable difference that you can see between the two. The others are fine details such as tow hooks or tow straps, the attachments for the emergency switches, and they're really very, very fine. Now here's a close look at both the cars from the front. We'll zoom in on the Hachette model first. And as you can see, the finish with the British Racing Green and the sparkle is really, really extremely sharp looking. Yellow details are good. Notice that there's an arrow here that points to a tow hook that just doesn't exist. That is the Hachette model. This is your Spark model. Looks pretty much exactly the same, doesn't it? Great finish. Headlights look great. Take a look. You see the arrow points to a yellow tow hook that you see right there. Guys, that literally is the only difference between the front ends of both of these cars. The fog lights also look a little bit sharper, as do the headlights on the Spark model, but not significantly so. Now, if we go and look at the cabin itself, which are really kind of hard to see into, the detail on the Hachette model is really pretty good. However, the Spark model does have a decal on the dash of it, and the interior details are just a little bit better than you get with the Hachette model, but otherwise they're fairly similar. Again, as I had mentioned, the roof is really a painted silver and an actual reflective chrome on the Spark model. But if you take a look at them both side by side, the bases, of course, are a little bit different. They really do look exactly the same. This 2017 Aston Martin has your emergency switches over here, actually, as opposed to under the hood, where they are on most cars, and you don't see that on this particular model. Now, on the Spark model, you can see both of the switches right there. They are in red. And those guys are real little, tiny, small pieces that they put in there. Otherwise, side by side, these cars look identical. Now, the brake rotor on the car on the left here that you're looking at is a little bit larger than it is on the car on the right. But, otherwise, as far as aerials and everything else, cars look really, really similar. Tires look really sharp. Wheel detail is very, very good. Now here's a look at the rear of both cars, and my God, they look really, really good. I mean, one thing I particularly love about this model, the Aston Martin, is I love this huge diffuser that's on the bottom of it. And again, tail light details are really good. Diffuser looks really good. An arrow does point to a tail hook that doesn't exist, but hey, it's a small thing. There's a look into the rear or the interior of the car. It's not significantly hugely different. Here is a look at the tail of the Spark model. You do see the tail hook on there with the arrow that points to it. The interior details are a little bit better. Also notice that the finish on the rear wing is a lot sharper looking than that of the Spark model, which doesn't really have the fine finish of the carbon fiber that you get on the Spark model. But again, to look at it, you just have to look really, really close to tell the difference between the two. Otherwise, you take a look at both of them, and they look exactly the same. Now, folks, this is the only Hachette model that I was actually able to get the exact same car from the Spark line as I had from the Hachette. I do have a few Hachette models, and I really like them. They're really good models. The quality is pretty good. The big difference is it comes in a blister pack. You don't get the box and the packaging that you get with the Spark model. And the small details just aren't there. But otherwise, they are really good cars. Now, the Spark models can cost you as much as $100. Hachette generally are anywhere from $30 to $50. If you get them from a Japanese retailer or seller that actually has them with the magazine in the box, they're about $70 to $80. I have never gotten one package like that because I really don't want the box. It's pretty useless once you take the car out, and I don't read Japanese, so it doesn't make any sense to get the magazine with it. But nevertheless, the cars are really good and a great value for the money. So, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.